Hey, Tony Denaro here, and I'm sure that by now many of you have heard the news that AMC has announced a private offering to restructure some of its debt. There was an announcement about $500 million. It has now been upsized to $950 million. And I've got a little bit of additional information that I want to add to the discussion to move this forward. Specifically, let's talk about convertible notes and dividends. In the latest announcement yesterday evening, AMC announced that it upsized the private offering to $950 million and that expects to close on or around February 14th. How will this money be used, and will it free up money for AMC to pay dividends? Let's talk about that. Right here in this first paragraph, they tell us which bonds, which debt with the high interest rates is going to be paid off, and that they are going to replace it with a new debt structure with a much lower interest rate, 7.5% for the new one. The company intends to use net proceeds from the sale of the notes to fund the full redemption of the $500 million principal amount of 10.5%, $300 million principal of two series of 10.5%, and $73.5 million aggregate principal amount of 15%, 17% cash, payment in kind, toggle first lien secured notes. Let's take a quick look back at the Q3 10Q filings from AMC and then talk about the dividend. All right, right here in the Q3 10Q, we have the first lien secured debt, and these three right in the middle are the three that are going to be paid off, a total of $873.5 million. We got the 10.5% first lien due 2025. Right below it, the 10.5% first lien notes due 2026 in the amount of $300 million, and the 15%, 17% toggle first lien notes due in 2026 for $73.5 million. Now, 15, 17% sounds really high. If you don't know what a cash PIK toggle is, it is a higher interest rate because it allows the borrower to decide whether they're going to make a cash payment or defer the payment on the loan and add that to the principal. Due to that added risk, these type of loan structures have much higher interest rates. At any rate, all three of these will be paid off, plus the associated fees that go in hand with paying these off early. And that's why they need the total of $950 million. And while we are on this page, I just wanted to point out, and I did cover this in a video back in December on convertible bonds. AMC did have some convertible notes back in 2020. You can see them right here, $600 million, 2.95% secured convertible notes. Those were converted, and AMC now carries 0 convertible notes. And the offering that is being made right now also is not a convertible note offering. The one thing that I do want to point out though here is this second lien secured debt, another payment in kind toggle lien with a 10 and 12% rate for $1.5 billion. Let's look at the restrictive covenants on this debt and see if the dividend issue is still in play or not. The way that I am reading this restrictive covenant in section 4.06, the company will not pay, make directly or indirectly any dividend or distribution. So it seems to me that in terms of expecting a dividend, we still need to knock out this $1.5 billion note before we can talk about dividends. I will put the links to this information in the video description. Feel free to look through it yourself. If I got something wrong, let me know. I'm just here trying to share facts as I see them and move the conversation further down the road. The big takeaway and the thing that I'm most excited about is that restructuring this debt and lowering the interest rate is a massive win for the company, and for that we should all be very excited. I am Tony Denaro. Please don't forget to buy and hold that subscribe button, and I will see you on the next video.
So you